Listen, stop what you're doing right now and hear me clearly. You might be holding a silent fortune and you don't even know it. This is not a joke. People are spending these coins every single day like they're nothing. But hidden inside your pocket change could be a life-changing treasure worth serious money. Do not spend these coins. These old coins are a treasure, and today we're exposing the top 3 most valuable ultra-rare wheat pennies. And trust me, each one gets bigger, rarer, and more shocking. Stay till the end, because what you're about to see, these coins change everything. First coin number 1. Now imagine this, a dusty, ordinary-looking penny, maybe sitting in a jar, maybe dropped in a drawer years ago, maybe even passed through your hands without a second thought. But this one, this exact coin, could secretly be worth a fortune. I'm talking about the 1,940 wheat penny with no mint mark. And if you ignore this, you could be throwing away serious money without even realizing it. Let's go back to 1940, a tense, uncertain time in American history. The world was on the edge of chaos, and even though the US hadn't officially entered World War II yet, the pressure was already building. Industry was shifting, resources were tightening, and the demand for coin production was rising fast. The US Mint in Philadelphia was working under growing stress, pushing out millions of coins to keep the economy moving. But here's the twist. When production speeds up under pressure, mistakes happen, variations slip through, and that's exactly where hidden treasure is born. This 1,940 wheat penny with no mint mark came out of Philadelphia, and at first glance, it looks completely normal. On the front, you've got Abraham Lincoln's profile. Calm, steady, almost like it's watching history unfold. On the back, those iconic wheat stalks. Simple, classic, but don't let that simplicity fool you. Because inside that ordinary design is something collectors are quietly hunting for. When you hold this coin, it doesn't feel special at first. It's small, light, about 3.11 grams, roughly 19 millimeters across, thin, almost forgettable. But that's exactly why it's dangerous. Because people don't recognize it. They spend it. They lose it. They ignore it. And that's why surviving examples in very fine condition are so rare today. And here's where things get intense. Condition is everything. A 1,940 penny that's been worn down, scratched, or worst of all, cleaned, loses its soul. That original surface, that natural toning, that aged brown or slightly reddish glow, that's what collectors are obsessed with. The moment someone tries to shine it up, it's over. Value destroyed. History erased. Never clean this coin. I'm serious. Do not touch it. Do not polish it. Do not try to make it look new. Because the real power of this coin is in its originality. That untouched surface tells a story, a journey through decades, and collectors can see that instantly. They look for tiny details, the sharpness of Lincoln's hair, the clarity of the wheat lines, the exact texture of the fields. And if those details are still there, that's when things go crazy. Now here's the part nobody talks about, the auctions. These coins don't just get listed and casually sold. No, when a high-quality 1,940 with no mint mark penny shows up, it's like a silent war. Quiet bidders, serious collectors, people who know exactly what they're looking at. The room doesn't get loud, it gets intense. Because everyone knows this is hidden wealth. This is quiet money, and once it's gone, it might not show up again for a long time. And right now, today's market value for a rare, very fine condition, 1,940 wheat penny with no mint mark has reached up to $230,000. Let that sink in. A coin that looks like pocket change, worth life-changing money. This is not fiction. This is happening. Collectors are not letting these go. They're holding them, locking them away, waiting. Demand keeps rising. Supply keeps shrinking. And every year, fewer of these coins are left in the wild. Which means if one crosses your path, that's not luck. That's a once-in-a-lifetime moment. So listen carefully. Check your coins. Look at the date. Look for that missing mint mark. Pay attention to the condition. And if you find one that looks promising, do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Get it professionally graded. Because one small detail, one tiny feature, could change everything. And trust me, what's coming next is even bigger. The next coin is rarer, more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. Stay with me, because you do not want to miss this. Next coin number 2. All right, now this is where things get serious, because what you're about to hear, most people would ignore, most people would spend. And that's exactly why this coin is a hidden treasure, slipping through hands every single day. If you thought the last coin was shocking, stay right here, because this one carries a detail that changes everything. And if you miss it, you could lose a silent fortune without even realizing it. Picture this, a 1956 wheat penny, Denver Mint. That small D sitting under the date. Nothing unusual, right? That's exactly what people think. That's why it's dangerous. Because this coin doesn't scream value, it whispers it. And only a few people, the ones who know, they're the ones quietly pulling these out of circulation, while everyone else keeps spending them like loose change. Now let's go back to 1956. America was booming on the surface. Post-war confidence, growing economy, money flowing. But behind that growth, the US. Mint was under pressure to produce massive quantities of coins to keep up with demand. The Denver Mint was pushing production hard, machines running long hours, dies wearing down, conditions not always perfect. And when that kind of pressure builds, something special happens. Subtle variations, unusual surfaces, coins that weren't supposed to stand out suddenly become rare. And that's where this 1956 with D wheat penny steps into the spotlight. Especially the ones with that strange, almost eerie green shade. Now listen closely, because this is not dirt. This is not damaged, and this is something collectors watch like hawks. That natural greenish tone, formed over decades, a reaction between the copper surface and the environment, untouched, uncleaned, completely original. And when that tone settles just right, it gives the coin a look that is impossible to fake. You hold this coin in your hand. It feels like any other penny, about 3.11 grams, around 19 millimeters wide, thin, familiar, easy to ignore. That's the trap, because physically it blends in. But visually, if you know what to look for, it stands out in a way that makes collectors stop instantly. On the front, Lincoln's face, but look closer, the sharpness of the jawline, the hair detail, the lettering, in very fine condition, these features still hold strength. Flip it over, those wheat stalks, every line matters. Every ridge, every curve, collectors examine this like a fingerprint. And when that green shade wraps around those details without covering them, that's when things get intense. But here's where people make the biggest mistake. They see discoloration and they panic. They clean it. They polish it. They try to fix it. And just like that, the hidden wealth is gone. Destroyed. That original toning, That's the entire story of the coin. Once it's removed, you can never bring it back. Never clean this coin. Not ever. Because the collectors chasing these, they don't want shiny. They want real. They want untouched history. They want that exact surface that's been aging quietly for decades. And when they find it, they don't hesitate. I'm telling you, auctions for coins like this don't look like normal sales. They're quiet, focused, almost tense. Serious buyers watching every detail, waiting for the right moment. Then suddenly, aggressive bids start coming in. Not loud, but powerful. Because everyone in that room understands this is not just a coin, this is serious money. This is a hidden treasure most people already lost. And right now, today's market value for a 1,956 with D wheat penny in very fine condition with that rare green shade has reached up to $214,000. Let that hit you. A coin people toss into jars, worth life-changing money. This is not fiction. And here's the truth that should make you uncomfortable. Coins like this are still out there, sitting in old collections, mixed in with regular change, forgotten in drawers, passed down without anyone checking closely. People are accidentally losing these every single day. So what do? You slow down. You check every 1,956 penny. You look for that D mint mark. You study the surface, not just the color, but the texture. You look for originality, not shine. You protect it. You don't clean it. And if something feels different, even slightly, you get it professionally graded. Because one small detail, that green tone, could be the difference between nothing and a silent fortune. And just when you think this is as crazy as it gets, it's not. Because the next coin is on another level entirely. Rarer, more shocking, and way more dangerous to ignore. Stay with me. Because what's coming next, most people will never believe until it's too late. Next coin, number 3. And now, this is it. The coin most people will never see, never notice, and worst of all, will spend without a second thought. If you made it this far, you're already ahead of almost everyone. But this last coin, this is the one that changes everything. This is the one collectors don't talk about openly, because once people realize what it is, it disappears fast. We're talking about the 1,936 wheat penny, no mint mark. And if you think that sounds common, that's exactly why it's so dangerous. Because hidden inside that ordinary look is a silent fortune that people are still losing today. Let's go back to 1936, deep in the shadow of the Great Depression. America was still recovering. People were struggling, money was tight, and every single coin mattered. The U.S. Mint in Philadelphia was producing coins under pressure, trying to keep circulation flowing in a fragile economy. But here's the truth. When coins are made during times like this, they don't all survive. They get used hard, passed from hand to hand, worn down, lost, melted, forgotten. And that's why finding one today, especially in very good condition with strong detail, is not normal. This 1,936 penny without a mint mark came out of Philadelphia, and at first glance, it's nothing special. Lincoln on the front, wheat stalks on the back, the same design people ignore every day. But look closer, because this coin carries the weight of history. The design feels deeper, older, almost like it's holding on to something from another time. When you hold it, it's light, around 3.11 grams, about 19 millimeters wide, thin, simple, but there's a presence to it. A quiet heaviness, because this coin has survived decades of circulation, Decades of being overlooked. And that survival alone makes it rare. Now here's where things get serious. Condition. A 1,936 penny in very good condition still holds visible outlines. The wheat lines are there. Lincoln's profile is worn but clear. And that natural aged surface, that brown tone, maybe with hints of darker patches, that's exactly what collectors want. That's originality. That's authenticity. And I need to say this clearly, never clean this coin. Never. The moment you try to make it look shiny, you destroy everything that makes it valuable. That natural toning, that slightly rough, aged surface, that's the story of the coin. That's what proves it's real, untouched, and rare. Clean it, and it becomes just another damaged piece of metal. Collectors are obsessed with the small things here, the spacing of the date, the clarity of the letters, the exact way the wheat stalks curve, even the tiny imperfections from the minting process. Because during 1936, minting conditions weren't perfect. Dyes wore down, pressure varied. And those small differences, they matter more than you think. This detail changes everything. And here's something most people never see. How these coins actually sell. It's not loud. It's not flashy. It's quiet, intense, controlled. Serious collectors watching, waiting, then suddenly stepping in with strong bids. Because they know, once this coin disappears into a private collection, it might not come back out for years. Maybe decades. Right now, today's market value for a rare 1,936 wheat penny with no mint mark in very good condition has reached up to $310,000. That's not just money. That's life-changing wealth hiding in plain sight. A coin people ignore. A coin people spend worth more than most people ever imagine. And here's the truth that should hit you hard. Coins like this are still out there, sitting in old jars, mixed with regular pennies, tucked away in boxes, passed down without anyone checking. People are losing these every single day, accidentally without even knowing. So slow down. Check every 1,936 penny. Look for that missing mint mark. Study the surface, the color, the wear. Don't chase perfection, chase originality. And if something feels right, don't take risks. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Get it professionally graded. Because one small detail, one overlooked feature, could be the difference between nothing and a hidden fortune. This is not fiction. This is real. This is happening right now. If this opened your eyes even a little, if you're starting to look at your coins differently, then you already know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, and stay close, because there are more hidden treasure coins out there. Coins nobody talks about. Coins that could be sitting in your pocket at this exact moment. And trust me, the next time you see a dirty old penny, you're not going to see it the same way again.